Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today on Chris Does Everything, it's going to be Chris and Sean Does Everything. So if you watched any of my videos, you can see I did one with my wife Sheila on the switch bike. I've got my dad video with the John Deere tractor, and now Sean is going to help me make the next change to the Surron X that you can't see in the background here. So we've got the back 4000 controller from Greenline Engineering, and now battery with a bypassed BMS. And today we're going to make one more change to the wiring harness so that we can use the GLE dashboard instead of the Eggrider, which is really, really cool.
Should be easy, hopefully.
Should be easy. You're going to do the work.
Let's go.
All right, let's take a look. All right, Sean, what are we doing first?
Well, we have to take the battery out, so pop this panel here. We have to flip the red breaker on the back here, and then I'll pull the connector off the battery, and it should just come out. It should.
Yeah, it's a little tight with that wiring, so just make sure none of the wiring is in the way. Lift it out. There you go.
Nice and easy.
All right. Now, the next thing we got to do is make a couple of changes to the wiring harness. Really, really straightforward. So let me show you what's going on there. All right. So what do we have to do to get at that wiring harness?
You gotta take this panel off.
Yep.
It should just be these two clips here.
Yep.
Take the pins out, and then we'll take this cover off.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do that.
Okay, that's one.
Yep.
Make sure the gap in the clip is facing the back so that when you pull this way, it should just come off. Okay, now that we have the cover and the plate off, what's next?
So this is really, really simple. I have a Generation 2 wiring harness. So Greenline Engineering has 3 levels of wiring harness, depending on how old your kit is. Mine I just got in early January, so it's a Generation 2. There's only 2 changes we have to make. On this connector that happens to be right on the top, we're going to cut the green wire and the black wire, and we're going to splice them together. And then when I put this together, I was really curious because if you notice, there's these other 2 red plugs that don't go anywhere. All right, so what I got from the guys at GLE is this little red plug, and you just plug this into one of those 2. And what that does, I think, between these changes, right, it's going to enable the dashboard for us and is going to give us reverse. Now, one thing I want to mention, my bike, if you take a look at it, has got the Kanawaba pedal kit on it. When you roll this thing backwards, those pedals move around. So I don't think reverse is going to be very useful to me when I have the pedals on. But, you know, if I take the pedals off and put the pegs back on, then it would be handy to have. So let's just go ahead and make these changes.
Okay, so we cut the black and the green. We put some electrical tape around it. And we have the other ends ready to be soldered together.
All right, so before we put this back together, the green and the black wires, or sorry now, the black and green wires, soldered together, heat shrink, and a little bit of electrical tape. The 2 coming out of the plug, I've got electrical tape on those. We've got our little plug plugged into one of the red side. And now it's just a matter of tucking these wires back in and seeing what happens. So let's do that next. All right, here we are with my cheesy old iPhone that's handily connected to the USB port because the battery sucks. We're gonna run the dashboard app now, which is going to replace my Eggrider. And we did this once, so the Bluetooth should automatically connect, and boom, we are on. Now, the cool thing about this, and let's actually try it. I think if you press down here, or long press somewhere. All right, I'm gonna try putting the bike in reverse, and I'm gonna pick it up, and I'm gonna watch out for the pedals. I'm going to turn the throttle and see if this thing actually goes backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dangerous with the pedals on there. All right, so let's go from reverse back to drive. And we're in ludicrous mode, and somewhere there's a setting that's going to tell me what the heck ludicrous mode actually is.
That's max power.
Yeah. So rather than fool around with this, we're going to mount it to the handlebar and then do a test ride. So let's go ahead and do that. So Sean on the bike. Dashboard operational. Now Sean has not ridden it with the new controller or with the battery bypass. So just go up and down the driveway and see what you think. Be careful, because it's juiced all the way up at the moment.
All right, here we go.
I heard a little kind of woo-hoo going on there.
Oh man. Oh, it's too fast. Jeez.
All right, so here we are, dashboard operational, and we're gonna take a quick ride because I don't have a lot of GoPro battery, so let's see how we do. Actually going to go down the road a bit. Away we go. That showed 55 miles an hour. That's ridiculous. With a 58 tooth sprocket. Are you kidding me? Slippery back here. Holy smokes. So I'm looking at my battery and I can't really tell what voltage I'm at, so I'm gonna have to figure out how that works. This thing is ridiculous. All right, so we're done. I gotta say, that thing with the bypassed BMS and that dashboard is sick.
Yeah, it really does just feel almost too fast.
It's a completely different bike now. I have to relearn how to ride this thing, because especially in this slippery, muddy yard at the moment. I got on the throttle a couple of times and almost broke my neck. And what's really cool is now we're filming on the same phone that I was using for the dashboard. So
True.
my old phone didn't work out because the battery's no good. I'll probably get a battery for that, but it's cool to be able to just take your phone out of your pocket, put it on, and see all of that detail. Now, one thing I got to drill into is I'm going to keep a close eye on the battery now as a result of the fact that I bypassed the BMS.
Yep.
Right, so it shows you the range on there, it shows you how much you have, but I want to know, hey, when I get down to 53 or 54 volts, because that's when I want to stop it and not let the cells discharge too much. So I'm sure in that really cool dashboard, there's a way to do that. So hey guys at Greenlight Engineering, nice job, man. That is really, really cool. I like it a lot.
Yep.
All right, so until I see you guys again, thanks for watching. And if you like this video, like and subscribe. We'd appreciate it. Thanks, guys.